Hi guys, welcome to the YouTube channel. Today we are making noodles outside at the park. I do have to be back before it gets dark, and I kind of wasted most of the leftover sunlight for today preparing noodles and walking all the way over here because it was a little bit far. But we're gonna make noodles now and talk. So we got chips. We got some salt and pepper. We got a fork. We got the ramen. And in this towel here, I hope it didn't spill too much, but we got the water, which I preheated. It has drained a little bit, but it's okay. Let me see if I can turn this bag into like a stand for my phone. Okay, so we have our water, and I guess we're just going to open that up and put some noodles in it. Oh, I got it. Okay. I feel like the water isn't gonna be hot enough anymore, and the cup is a little bit too small for the noodles to fit in. Yeah, we'll try our best though. There we go. Yeah, we kind of just had to flip it around so there's something for it to stand on. But we got our noodles. It's already getting dark. Yeah, we got our noodles here. It's not really cooking. I mean, there's steam. I don't know if you can see that, but there is steam from the water. So that's good. I'm just gonna break it up and see if I can get it to cook a little bit. But I will probably have to take it back home and eat it after the video. But anyway, what do I talk about? So, today was pretty good. Not a lot happened, but it was good, pretty average. And then tomorrow though is gonna be a fun day because tomorrow morning, me and one of my friends are going to the thrift store, which is very exciting because we've been meaning to go for a little while now, but things keep just popping up, you know. But no, tomorrow, if things go according to plan, we should be going to the thrift store, which is super exciting. It's also exciting because, I love thrift stores, so any trip to the thrift store is a good trip in general. But this is a newer friend that I made just this year and got to know better. And it's exciting that I have met some new friends this year. And yeah. So now we are going to be doing something outside of school. Also, after school tomorrow, I am going with a different friend who I've known a little bit longer, and I think we're going to go hang out at her house. Oh, do you hear that, guys? There's a very loud car way in the distance. And there's a less loud car closer in the distance. But yeah, we're going to probably go to her house, which is exciting. It's always fun at her house. And I think she said she wanted to keep building her snow fort, which is fun. I like making the snow fort actually because it really takes me back to like when I was younger, and me and my friends would have like snow fort wars and we'd like make snow forts at recess. I'm gonna put the seasoning in this. Yeah, so it really reminds me of that, and it's very nostalgic just to like do that because I don't know, snow forts are fun. Anyway, here's the seasoning. It's gonna turn yellow now. Basically just chicken noodle soup without the chicken. It's chicken flavored though, so it's like the same thing. And I don't think this is cooked. No, it's still hard. a little bit. I mean, I can eat it for while I'm here, but when I get home, I'm probably going to heat it up again. I probably do have to go home soon. It looks a lot brighter on the camera, but it's actually quite dark outside right now. Like, it's getting there. There's like a little bit of sunlight over there, but it's disappearing. But yeah. Good soup, good soup. So yeah. I'm excited to make snow forts, and then today, when I get home, I'm interested in making a zine, which I knew about it before recently, but I never really looked into it that much. But I was watching some YouTube videos last night, and from what I've gathered so far, basically it's just the concept of making a magazine, or like any published work, I guess, and just self-publishing it, basically, is the root of it. But I'm really inspired by like those old kids magazines that I used to see all the time when I was little, where they'd have like big bright colors and they'd have like all the like TV shows and like popular like fandoms on the cover, and there'd be like quizzes and like prizes inside, like little gifts if you bought the magazine. And I'm really inspired by that, so I want to try and work on this. Is gonna take a long time to like finish and make it look really nice, but I want to make like my own magazine kind of inspired by that. And I'll just put like stuff that I'm interested in. I mean, I'm still gonna lean into like kind of the, I want to say like younger audience for it, which I mean, I do kind of like some of that stuff still, but I want that for like the aesthetic of it at least. And I want to like fully like decorate and make everything like handmade, apart from like I might print out pictures and stuff to put in it, but I want to like draw it and like add in colors and stickers and like accessories, and I want to like make something to go inside as like a gift, you know what I mean? So I think that'd be really fun. Also, I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but I have 2 more YouTube videos coming up to post. I have 4 total that I had been waiting to post, so that's why there's kind of a gap in my posting for a little bit, if you look back, because I recorded 4 videos and they were all really long, so it took me a long time to edit them down, and I just became unmotivated. But 2 days ago I finished editing all of them in one go, basically. So I've already posted the one about LPS unboxing and the Animal Jam Roblox game, but then there is also 2 more waiting, which are how to burn a CD and a week in the life. I don't know if I'm going to post this before or after those videos get uploaded, but I'm proud of myself for working on those and locking in. I'm gonna keep talking, but I'm gonna start packing stuff up, because I do probably need to get going, because it is a little bit dark outside, as you can see. Maybe that way a little more. It really doesn't look that dark on the camera. Like, yeah, but trust me, it is dark. It is really dark out. Like, it's getting there. Once that little patch of sunlight leaves, it's gonna be like dark. I started watching a show with my friend, the one who I'm going to their house tomorrow, and it's called Severance. And we watched like the first 3 episodes almost when I was there, like last week. Like, I think that was on Thursday actually, yeah, so not that long ago. Today is Monday. And I really love it. This is embarrassing, but I finished watching episodes 4 all the way to 9 yesterday in one go, basically one go. And each episode is like 40 minutes, so it's like multiple hours of just sitting and watching the show. But anyway, it's a really good show. I will say it's a very good show, and it reminds me of a lot of the other media that I enjoy, and I really like it. Like, that's my favorite genre of media, your film, or whatever you want to say, because it's just like, it's, I don't know, like, I don't really like horror all that much. Like, I'm not a horror person for the most part. Like, I don't watch any horror movies, really. Anyway, we're walking. I don't know if that's the right term for it, like psychological horror. But that kind of stuff I really like. And stuff with like mysteries, where it's like, you don't know what's happening at the start. And as you go, there's like creepy stuff happening, and you have to like figure out what's going on. Oh. We're walking, and there's a plane. Oh. Yeah, now you can see it's actually quite dark out. It got dark like in seconds, basically. But now we're walking home, and I'm gonna keep talking. But yeah, like for example, it reminds me a lot of "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared." That's like the main one. Because like it's basically the same feeling as "Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared," but without the being like a childhood, like a kids show. It's not set up as a kids show, but scary. It's set up as like an adult show. But it has the same idea where it's like, you can tell something's wrong, but it's supposed to seem like, you know what I mean? If you have watched Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared, you know what I'm talking about. Someone came up running behind me and I'm kind of embarrassed. But yeah, another thing it reminds me a lot of, like not a lot, but a little bit, is Maury. Not really in like the story, but like just the concept of like having two worlds, two dimensions that you like switch back and forth between. Like in the show, it's one world for your personal life and one world for your work life. And in Amori, it's basically just switching between the real world and his subconscious or his dreams, or things were like before the trauma and everything. Which I guess is kind of similar to Severance, because they go there because of trauma, right? Like people dying. And in Amori, spoiler, someone did die. So I guess I see how I see the resemblance in that. And then another thing it really reminds me of, not as much either, but Everything Is Fine, which is a webtoon, and I love that webtoon. Only two that I still read to this day, years later. Like I used to read like tons of like stuff on webtoon, but now I only read two still that I actively like check in for, and those are Everything Is Fine and Ghost Eyes. Ghost Eyes is really, really long though. It has like 800 episodes, and I kind of forgot about it for a while, so now I'm really behind. So one of these days I need to like start at episode 1, and like read the entire thing all over again to remember all the plot. Those are like my 10 out of 10 webcomics that I would recommend. But for those who don't know about Everything Is Fine, it's definitely a very, very different story from, or no, not even. there's no like switching back and forth between lives, like in Maury and Severance, but it is like they're being watched, basically, is how it goes. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically they have been taken by the government and forced into a new kind of life where they are under constant surveillance, and they have to basically just do as they're told, I guess, except it's not in like a creepy way when you look at it at first glance. Like, at first it seems like a very perfect, happy, like utopia kind of place, but then you realize it's not like that at all. So I guess it is kind of like that.